Alrighty, hey yo, what is up, Knights? Aegis Rick here, back with some more DFO Rush. This time on my Vanguard. Now guys, this is one of the two Lancer classes, and I would just tell you right off the bat, this is one of my least, my lesser favorite ones of the two. I don't know a better way to put that. I don't like it as much as my Skirmisher, so I decided to do this video first. But that being said, guys, he is the benefactor of a ton of Halidums. He even has a Halidum polearm. He's rocking 3-piece sets, mostly because they're giving us a lot of freebies. And actually, you know, all things considered, with all of the other characters that you guys have seen in the DFO Rush series, this one, and he even has a pet. I forgot to show that off. Got the cool Vanguard pet. I thought it looked pretty cool, so I decided to get it. Of all the characters that you guys have seen in the DFO Rush series, this guy is pretty much probably like one of the most geared ones. And you know what, it's kind of justified because I actually kind of, you know, even though he's not my favorite of the Lancers, and I'm kind of lagging a little bit here, but even though he's not my favorite of the Lancers, he's still one that I would say, you know what, he's a lot of fun to play. And if this lag persists, I'm actually going to get frustrated. But you know, you can see right now the power level is definitely there, and his AoEs, his damage, and mostly this is due to the Halidums and stuff, so you can kind of give it to that. It's kind of hard to judge, but out of all my characters that you guys have seen in the DFO Rush series, this is probably one of my most geared ones, just because actually you guys have, you know, DFO Rush series has gone on so long that, you know, but the state of my account and, you know, my, you know, gold state and kind of like where my characters are at, turns out that most all of my characters are about this level of gear. If they're not, they're getting Chronicles or something. It's just kind of the nature of the beast. You keep playing the game, eventually you're going to start gearing out characters and stuff like that. So that's kind of what happened here. He's just a benefactor of all these Halidums because he's so geared. And we just destroyed this dungeon really easily. A lot of things have changed, guys. I mean, I always say that almost every video, but they do. Most importantly is you're going to notice, especially in the next video, we are implementing some more mods, okay? One thing is going to be a little bit jarring. You're going to see it in the video, and it's going to be different from your gameplay, your normal gameplay. Because I have a mod right now that removes the screen transition, fade out, fade in kind of deal. So, and I just increased the difficulty to King. This one might actually still be too easy, so who knows? We might just go Slayer because we're just that powerful. But yeah, you're gonna see every time I change rooms, it's kind of like a jarring change, and it's mostly because there's a mod to remove the screen transition. It doesn't fade out, fade in. It's just kind of preference thing. I like it better. But anyway, that being said, I'm kind of rambling here. I don't really know what to talk about this class. This class is pretty dang fucking crazy. Let me just talk about his system really quick. He has an impact slash system, which is mapped to space. I like it on the D skill, but every time you use a skill, you can use a smash at the end of it. You can either use two different versions. You can go forward with it, or just do kind of like this upper kind of slash thing right there, or you can just kind of do this slam lunge thing. Both of them do the same thing. I think they both do the same damage. You can charge it up if you want, kind of get like this semi super armor. I don't believe it's actual super armor, but get the semi super armor, and you know, you can basically tank through attacks, and it's just a way to give you extra damage at the end of your skills. You can also use it to cancel some of your skills early, because some of them have like pretty ridiculously long animations, like that one right there, which kind of is like a twister where I just kind of spin the thing around. Well, if I'm in the middle of an attack, that's not a good time to use it. And right there, we are killing on King difficulty. Let's go to Slayer, man. Let's go to Slayer. We're just killing too hard. That's kind of why I wanted to mention the gear situation. My account, you know, I have a lot of money just kind of left over, don't know what to do with it. Been getting Halidums, you know, farming Halidums, using the compound system, getting level 85 Halidums, and you know what, I'm confident we're going to do Slayer difficulty. And most of my characters, if they're not in Chronicles, are in Halidums like this, so just so happens to be that my account is, you know, I'm living the good life of DFO right now. I can kind of do whatever I want, get whatever weapons I want, and not have to worry about, you know, oh, I need this money for my main or something. Yeah, I think I just uploaded a video where I was amping my gear up and I have like still a lot of money. So, but anyway, yeah, you can see the impact system, and it works on your basic attacks. Like you can kind of use a certain number of normal X string attacks and then finish it off with the impact smash as well. Just kind of cancel it, and you get different attack animations. Can even do it off the back step. Just kind of spammy, but yeah, that's kind of this guy's gimmick. That is this guy's gimmick, and you can see after the second awakening, you actually get 3 kind of casts of it. You can say here, normally you get 2 throughout while you're leveling Vanguard, and then second awakening will give you 1 extra one. So that's just kind of your main gimmick. So, but aside from that, this guy obviously focuses a lot on just raw damage and big AoEs, and you know what? I think that about covers what this class is all about. Boom, a lot of damage right there. And like I said, that's a really long animation. You can end any animation early, like right there. Just kind of end it early instead of being like a slow asshole. Kind of, you know, I kind of consider this class like a EX version, like a better version of the Physical Exo, because the Physical Exo is kind of the very similar class. He has a lot of, and we're gonna use the Second Awakening here just to show it off. He has a lot of like slow, big hitting attacks. But he was slow. There was no way to, you know, kind of mitigate the slowness of the class. Well, the Impact Smash system kind of does that. It's kind of a way to, you know, chain your skills together, one, and, you know, cancel animations early, two, and then, you know, just make it a more fluid class to play overall. So, bam! Massive damage on the First Awakening right there. And we are on Slayer difficulty, so we're just kind of making short work of this. And, yeah, it's just going a little bit, maybe a little bit too easy. As we keep going here, now there is one skill I haven't used, but it's probably not much different from the skills you guys have already seen. It's just a big slam right there, which is obviously used, it can be used, it's almost the same animation as that, just bigger AoE. And the Second Awakening actually gave this guy some pretty dang good holds. Like, his Second Awakening actually is a hold as far as I know when he does this kind of slash attack. Look at the AoE coverage, and they're kind of holding in range, and right there, just the decimation of this entire room. It's just kind of awesome that the Second Awakening, like I would say, like this guy's main problem before the Second Awakening, as I was leveling him up, was that he didn't have a lot of AoE. So that's not a problem, obviously, anymore. And, you know, Now, in terms of OV sets, I'm not sure, you know, a lot of people always ask me about OV sets. I generally don't really think that the Lancers, both of the Lancers, have any kind of, like, overarching, like, yeah, this is definitely what you gotta get. What I got right now is the Vicious Spiral one that buffs up Dreadbore, but that's mostly because the 6-set piece is your swap set. So a lot of classes, both Lancers included, have a swap set. In both of their cases, it's a 6-piece swap set, so... you know, and it's just buffing up your demonic demonic unleash, I think as it's called on this class, where it's just your steroid buff, so it buffs that up. Here's another kind of hold really good for when you have an assist. If you're standing right in front of them, you can actually do a lot more damage there. And you can see the chain right there. I was able to kind of utilize one skill, end it early, and then chain it immediately into the Dreadbore. It's just kind of like that 3-attack chain right there. Is something that the Exo just doesn't focus on. He doesn't have a way to do that fluidly. It's kind of jarring when you think about Exo as to how he gets his skills off, and then you compare it to this class, which is just so fluid. I think he does this. I think he does the AoE game perfectly, and the chaining game perfectly. And I feel like he's, you know, a much more comprehensive package when it comes to physical Exo. I know Exo is a lot more complicated, and, you know, can have hybrid builds, and actually is going to be a hybrid type class later on in the future, but, you know, right now, if you're just focused on physical Exo, this is the better physical Exo, if I would put it that way. But low multi-hit, though. You're gonna see with the Skirmisher, this guy's gonna have a lot, you know, the Skirmisher's gonna have a whole lot more multi-hit, and, you know, this guy really is just focused on the deeps he gets, on the initial hits that he gets, which is fine. You know, in fact, actually, this might be more beneficial in, you know, I know a lot of people always talk about which one is stronger. I hate the tier whoring discussions that they always have, but, you know, you would often see this kind of burst damage is more focused around, you know, the kind of end game content like Anton, you know. So that's kind of what this class is, more bursty, bigger AoEs. I wouldn't say bigger AoEs, but, you know, I'd say where he lacks is where Skirmisher will succeed at, and we'll show that off. But let's not shy around the fact that this guy is a fun, very powerful class. Now there's another mod. You know, I said my clients have been changing. There's another mod where I always forget my skeleton keys. That's not gonna be a problem anymore, obviously. This guy actually has a lot of HP. Kind of still making short work here on Slayer difficulty. Like, I'm actually kind of surprised. You know, I don't do practice runs or anything. I just kind of play how I've been playing, and it just goes to show this guy actually, I didn't expect him to be this powerful, and he is. So very, very, very shocking. But and I'm trying to use my Second Awakening here. Okay, don't cancel me, dude. All right. And there's my assist at the end of it. Could have been better. Could have been better. And now, is he gonna give me a chance? No, he's like, you're not gonna finish me off that easily, dude. I'm gonna try though. Oh, the big slam. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. There was just increasing difficulty because I just didn't know how strong this guy was, and I'm thoroughly convinced that this guy is pretty dang strong. And actually, that goes for a lot of my characters who are rocking the kinds of Paladin gears that he is, and even the 3-piece set, which is giving me tons of damage and multi-hit and all that. But it's really nice. This guy is a strong class, and I give him 2 thumbs up. Maybe I'll give the skirmisher 2.5 thumbs up when we show him in the next video. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and there's my Vanguard, and I will catch you knights. Oh.